It's okay.
This is where it matters anyhow. Wazdid. I haven't done this part 1,000 times. Give me your crap, old man. This. Righto, righto. Let's get settings real quick. Oh, it's forcing me to do these things first. Hold on. Get some of these settings in real quick. Brightness, contrast, field view's fine. Do very high for Earthang. Let's just see how this runs. Max FPS. Let's keep it at 60 for this. Dynamic resolution scaling. No. No. Let's start there. Let's see how it runs maxed out. It looks a little different than before as far as visuals go. Doesn't look quite as high as before, but I don't really need 2 frame counters, though, do I? I'll leave that one up. Movement already feels a little bit better. Hey, Clark. Oh, sorry, I just saw that. There you are, man. This movement actually feels a little bit smoother. I was able to max it out, and I'm getting good frame rates. I'll turn off the little counters in a bit. Just kind of keeping an eye. In the past, it was pretty rough. I mean, I may have to turn it down to high for towns or something, but to me, this looks good so far. Kind of quiet. Unless it's just my voice meter. No, not my voice meter. Oh, I think it's like it has all my volumes from before, it sounds like. I don't know. What's up, man? It's good to see you. Force mastery level. Go. Okay. Well, it's the rest of the tree I care about. Ah, well. We'll do it. What's up with you, my dude? Anything cool going on tonight with you? Or are you just happy that I'm not sailing? I have a feeling that's what it really is. Oh man, look at this. It didn't, nope. Well, one of the fixes for that in the past was actually to cap it at 60 frames a second. Some people were really mad about capping it. I was like, oh, well, it's an MMO. I don't actually gain anything by high refresh rate. But I do understand the frustration. No, it came out, it was Amazon's fault. So, no surprise there. But, you know, hey. But I'll say this, I mean, right now, I'm not in a city or anything, but I'm recording max settings, and I'm getting 60 frames a second. One of the things I said the whole time of playing the betas was I really hope they just optimize this, because the game looks beautiful. I actually think they kind of numbed down the graphics a little bit. If I'm recalling, I think the graphics looked a little bit better in the beta, but it was probably unnecessary, I guess. I could be totally wrong. It may look way better, and I'm just remembering it wrong. It's just as likely. I very well could just be remembering it wrong. There's no question there. But, you know, either way, I think it does look good. I think Final Fantasy looks good, but in a different way. I think this is more like an ESO. And so I picked the lowest population server that there was. Okay, so now I'm in the world. All right, can we caught up? 50s, 60s. Like I said, I might have to turn it on to high. Getting a little stuttering. I think it's a draw distance issue. Personally. Device like a whip around. It takes a second. I think it's trying to draw all that stuff.
Hello there.
So we'll see.
Rough lad. Oh no, it's nice to meet you as well, you came through death all right, but they came back soulless lost.
I'm actually really excited for this, to be totally honest with you. This and that Spotify feature, I'm quite excited for. Let's see. So I kind of plan on hatcheting and dual wielding. Or hatcheting and axing again if I can. Maybe that's not the best. I do want to hatchet. And I do want a dual axe. The dual axe is really good for a lot of stuff. Dual axe only scales with strength. I may need to find out how good the rapier is. Because if the rapier is good, then I can actually just, like, you know, do this. Dexterity. I had a complaint before about, yeah, life staff only working with focus and fire working with intelligence. I think this is a misstep. I do. I think there should be a different tree. I think that the stave should be either focus or intelligence together, and then have another one for like mana regen, specifically. But you know, my complaints. It's Amazon doesn't care what I think. So I don't plan on sorting it, but I'm definitely gonna hatch it. So let's preemptively do that. This still helps with my sword right now. So the server I picked is called like Ohonoo, like OHONOO, because I want to be able to remember the server name really easily. They added 22 servers a day because demand was so much higher than they thought. I don't know why they thought it'd be low. Whoa, that's way louder than I thought. That did not need to be so loud. Like, I don't really care that Newegg is streaming right now. Selling things I don't even want, probably. Let me turn this down to high. I know, poor me, right? Let's go down to high. Whoa, whoa. Alright. Figure it out. Yeah, not a big fan of the sword and board. I'm sure, you know, you tank later, you gotta use it, but not my thing, really. I do wonder if I wasn't recording if the frames would be more in check on very high. I don't know. I think it also already looks good on high. They did a good job. Kiddo. Just run to the bathroom.
Yes, it's grim work, but
Oh, I think I'm still invisible on Steam, aren't I? Not okay. Good.
warm yourself by the fire. Sorry.
Warm yourself by the
There's some
fire.
delicious ball.
Maybe I don't want them.
Make a skinning knife at the fire, and I'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, this is a long time waiting for this to be done. So we'll see. I mean, MMOs are never done, right? But I just like the prospect that this should hopefully be the last time I have to do the starting zone. Do I have to craft skinning knife? Okay. Active tool is my only tool. Oh, alright. Super stoked. Let's do this. Oh, skin it alive, skin it alive. Oh yeah, let's get some food here. Let's make some food. Good kid? Alrighty. Good night. If I can make it all. I may as well just make it all.
Oh, that smells delicious. The Everfall settlement is.
I know I am. I mean,
We also need to gather records from these ships. So maybe you can help with that and look for
armor rating. I don't want to dress, so
It would mean a lot.
guess there's that. And how many MMOs let you prone? Let's be real here. Does the game sound quiet to you? It seems quiet to me. Double checking my voice meter. It seems like everything's in the right spot. Oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe my ears are worse than I thought. Let's see. That's probably good. You tell me if it's too loud or too quiet, or vice versa, whichever. It's not really up to me, it's up to you guys. Well, bang! Hey, yo! Yo! ship manifests. Hopefully that's on the ship. What would you do with a compensator? There's a manifest, though. Should just spec everything into Constitution, because that's all you really need. Am I right?
Never mind, he's right fucking there.
You heard her. Because you either believe in the Constitution or you don't. Back to life, my man. Bring it, chumps. Give me your stuff. I mean, this game is gonna have a super lack of healers because of this. Is it on the ship? Looks like it's on the ship. Not falling for your crap. Bow now, stern.
Pop again.
Let's have a great axe already. What? Where the hell did you find a great axe already? I want to hatch it right now so I can start leveling it. Okay, I know how hard healing is in this game. Loving those staves is just not pleasant. Almost seems like it has some of my settings from before.
There we go. Thank you. Oh, there's to be more.
Even though I did
simple.
uninstall and
You have to
reinstall.
find the source and destroy it. Whatever it is, I think it's an undertow cave. I won't complain if you go investigate, but just be careful. Anything corrupted is insanely dangerous.
Just start there so we can at least start gathering things. What's my weight looking like? 36 out of, wow, I get 200. Holy cow. Whoa. No equipped axe. I thought I just equipped an axe. Flint logging. Oh, I do have a hatchet already. Sold. I guess I'll hold the shield for now, but. For DPS, man. You get DPS on the axe. Soloing especially. This game might need just a little bit more bit rate. A little bit, and this meant a lot of bit. Let's see if it does it. See how the VVT handles it. Maybe well, maybe shady. Find out. Seems to try and determine, for better or worse, what I need. Let's go check out this cave. If I can make some new stuff there soon. Alright. Family friendly over here. Man, I wonder if Dead just fell asleep or not. I have a feeling he did. Territory standing with Everfall. We're going to get the XP gain. Especially at this level. Ugh. I'm coming for you. Hatchet. Berserk. No question there. Berserk. free stuff. Give me free stuff now. Musket and a spear. I may go musket down the road. But for right now, hatchet's probably going to have a main leveling thing. I think this guy to respawn. Not this guy, but sure. I don't know what you think so far. Quite the fan of this, even though I've done it a million times. Nice. Go back to the guy. Some people already have some cool stuff. I think they must have purchased some stuff. That's fine. These games really encourage that. Oh yeah, second weapon slot already? Really? Did I already get the second weapon slot? Did. Wow, that's pretty quick. For some reason I thought it was later. Oh yeah. Was I only get hatchet mastery for that? Okay, and musket. Good, good, good. All right, so 3 successful hits gain in power. Yeah. Let's see, I don't need feral rush yet. Not with a hatchet, actually, or not with a musket. The after successful 3 heavy, after successful heavy, granting 30% damage, 4 attacks. With 3 successful lights. I'll take 3 lights for now. For this level. Yeah, this makes my next attack super strong. Good. I like the hatchet in this game. Let's go turn some stuff in. You know what? I think the stream's doing worse since I turned up my bitrate. Hard to tell. You tell me. I think it is. I'm gonna turn it back. We'll see what happens. No biggity. Look at that musket though, huh? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's a good way to level stuff up. I don't know. Or it'll be a double melee for now, I think. Oh, excuse me. I think because Yeah, they're both dexterity weapons. So I actually only need this. So what I was saying earlier, like with the hatchet and war axe, I could, or great axe, I could just go full strength, and that would be fine too if I was to do that. You just put it all into strength because they cover the same. Otherwise, if you're gonna do something like warhammer and hatchet or warhammer and musket, you're gonna end up having to split your points across. Which it might not be bad for leveling, but you might run into some trouble overall. Like your max damage will be a lot lower than somebody else. You might make it a little bit more versatile, but
This is the source of the... That's... Oh, was I that obvious? I hate to ask you to be the bearer of bad tidings, but you're a likable sort. It'll make it easier.
the energizing mana regen, don't care. All right, let's do it. Whoop. Oh, do I have a second quest? There you go. What is this one? Truffle Fever. Collect any truffles you can find in the forest. Bring them to the hapless Howe in the settlement. Okay. Oh, I mean, look. Could use a pig though, huh? One nice thing of having a gun and or bow, I kind of prefer a gun. How's it being all weird? That was really weird. Oh, I wanted that rabbit. Somebody chase him off. Because I do more damage, yo. Oh, there we go. Okay. What are these truffles going to be? Little old young tree now. Oh, there you go. Delicious truffles. Oh, that's a lot of iron. I want to take your small pile, man. You already have the big pile, so I don't want to hear it. A little webbit. Yeah, buddy. This is cool, man. This is like a world I want to hang out in. If that makes sense at all. I don't know. Pow! Nope, the road's this way. Good to know where the roads are. Music's pretty cool. It's quiet, but it's cool. And you guys are just killing everything. Dang frontiersman. Self included. Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble.
I give up, guys.
There's no way you're high enough to get that yet. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't even want to do that farm yet. Level 7, it's gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna level 5 or something. Get the movement. Oh, okay, next one's movement speed. That one's really nice because you just go 20% faster. Not cool enough to go camping yet. Not cool enough. Why? Why? No way dudes already grabbed mature trees. Okay. Oh man. What? I missed. What? There we go. Yeah. Bah. Churros, sheep. Go for some churros right now. Don't threaten me with a good time. Don't you dare. That mining sound is just so cool in this game. Ark? No. That game did not go well. I really wanted Ark to work. Like a lot. but it did not. I already got my pirate hat. It's good to see you, man. How's the sailing going? Be a long time until I can afford a house here. Especially depending on what guild takes over. May join the Marauders this time. Maybe. I have to sell my shield. Yeah, I wish Ark was actually good. Well, okay. Ark's not the same kind of game. Like Survival Evolved Ark became the target of Aussies. You know, they're just taking out their frustration because they realized that in 1996 when they gave their guns up, now they're, you know, being put in camps, quite literally. You actually had people stream sniping you? That's kind of funny. So you know we're making names for ourselves, huh? People actually notice, like, oh wait, this guy's on YouTube. There's only so many Sea of Thieves on YouTube. Good place to check, I think.
A fine day to you, friend.
Can't trust those Aussies, right?
Perhaps, but I insist you check in at the inn first.
You insist I check in at the inn first. Yeah, I know, man. I have to get rid of a bunch of stuff soon. Where am I at? Oh, I have a lot of weight left. I know. That is still oh my god. That's so funny to Americans, I tell you that. That's our favorite thing about Australia. Is they lost to birds. Yeah, man, right now, I'm sure it's probably, well, I don't know. It should be on the news where you're at. Like, they're literally building camps. They expect them to be built by 2024. That's how long they plan on keeping this going. They have to send pictures to the whatever government body asked them to ensure that they're home. Yeah. I was watching something today and they were like, why doesn't everybody just send dick pics? It's like, it's the perfect opportunity. You guys have missed it out. Let's see, Everfall went up again. Let's reduce my station fee. There we go. Oh, their quarantine version now. They're building quarantine camps. And it's just a bunch of trailer parks. I wonder who got the contract for that, because they are loaded. Yeah, pretty bad. And they have to, I mean, pretty much literal breadlines and everything else. Like, they have to wait to be fed. They're not allowed to go out at certain times. They're not allowed to leave the facility that's being created. Never in history of camps been a bad idea. Oh, who is the Australians? Yeah, in Queensland. They're very proud of it. Very proud of it in Queensland. Well, the Queensland, whoever's making all the money is very proud of it. I think I should specify. Trading post, trading post. I don't trade a lot in this one. But I was playing beta before. People were making a lot of money really early in the beta, but I think nobody really cared because it was beta. So I'm still basically in tutorial.
There now. I think
I think it was Crowder. He was like, hey, why don't you just listen? My dad's a murderer. I can't do an Australian accent. He's like, my dad's a murderer. My granddad's a murderer. His dad's a murderer. His dad's dad was a murderer. You getting the drift here? Oh, there's definitely PvP. Yeah. So, quick rundown on New World since you haven't, since you're kind of going in this fresh. Each zone, oh wow, I don't get, there we go. Each zone can be owned by a guild, right? And the mayor is of that guild and is voted on by the groups, and they get to set the taxes and housing prices and all that stuff for each city. There's Brightwood, this is Everfall, the starting one. Yeah, Mafia. And, okay, so you have that, and then you have the forts in each one. And the forts can be attacked by opposing factions. You have 3 factions. You have the Covenant, the Marauders, and something else. I usually play Covenant, but I think I'm going to play Marauders this time because I like the pirate guys, and why not? And so you have combat between each one. You do have to flag the PvP, but you also have to flag in a town, and you can't unflag until you're back in a town. And each zone only has like 2 towns at the most. So even if I want to go help out my buddies, I have to run all the way back to town and then run back into the fort. So there's that. That's the PvP that I saw in the beta a lot. And then you can set invasions, like timed invasions, like and that. So you'll have like, hey, Everfall wants to invade Fort or invade Brightwood or whatever, and then you have big battles outside of it. And there's a little bit of siege equipment, mostly open, and the people on the wall shooting down and things like that. Castle warfare, you know, a little bit of this and that. So that part's pretty cool. And, you know, it depends on how much you really get into it. Oh, I gotta go all the way down there for that quest. I forgot about that. But yeah, so there's definitely quite a bit of PvP. Right now, my leveling build is gonna be a hatchet and a musket. And we're gonna try that out. Last time I did hatchet and a great axe. It was cool, but I had like no range because there was no way in hell I was gonna bother doing the throwing hatchets. That just is not fun to me. So I'm gonna craft some stuff up and so yeah, okay, the forge. Okay. Everything's exactly where I left it in the beta, except for, you know, my stuff. Right, it says talk to her outside the forge, I thought. Over there. Okay. We'll get to crafting in just a second here. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it's a little bit casual in the sense of your abilities are based on your weapon. You can only have 3 assigned at a time. You can spec into more, but you can only have 3 assigned at a time. And you can carry 2 weapons. Just a little basic in that way. But what really keeps drawing me to this game, because like I said, I played some betas of it a few times. The thing that interests me in this game is that it's not a tab target MMO. I do really like Final Fantasy XIV, but I haven't played it in a while, and I'm having a really hard time even getting motivated to try it again. Because it's just like a million buttons. Your config, your hotkeys, because I lost all my hotkeys, so.
Oh, tell me
Dragon
how
Age
to
Origins.
get
Alright, dude.
everything under
That sounds fun.
Or maybe it's better
Kick
if
some
you don't
ass.
say anything.
Have fun with it.
I should just
Thanks for
start
hopping in.
forging new weapons.
We'll definitely get back into the sea soon. I really wanted to try this. It came out yesterday officially, and I was taking the night off, so I didn't get to. So, enjoy your Dragon Age. Dead, I see you're there. And I've been chatting in the channel with you. So, I don't know. You must not be at the computer anymore. Yeah, I can... Tell me another MMO that you can prone in. You know? Annery. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get my 100 renown in my Pyro Legend this season, but that's the main goal for me. And, of course, the curse. Because now I do have the quest open. So, I'm allowed to do the curse. Let's see, travel 60% health. Yes. Okay, I have some berries. Yeah. Oh, don't be sorry, dude. I didn't know it was his birthday. That's cool. Happy day of leveling up. He was like, what the fuck is this? NG replacing docs. World's gone crazy, my man. World's gone crazy. Why do I have a Facebook message notification? Oh, it's Clark. I'll have to watch this one later. Like, who in the world is messaging me on Facebook? Yeah, dude, don't be sorry. You're talking to your dad on his birthday. It's fine. I figured you just went away to get food and stuff. I was not worried about it. Plus, you're still in the deciding phase of getting this game anyhow. So. Oh, my crafting fee super low. Thank you. Hi now. I'm family friendly over here. I haven't said one swear all night. I don't have much stone. I need iron for the cartridge, but I need... Ooh. Okay. I need a lot of stuff to make bullets here. I may be short on ammo for a bit. The hatchet's gonna be way ahead of the gun. It's very early though. Most people shouldn't be using guns this early, but I'm just that guy. Alright, so I don't have any linen. I don't know why I need linen. Oh, I guess just a... Well, that's easy.
Yo.
Hey, yo, yo, yo. I need more iron and I need linen and I need gunpowder. How do I make gunpowder? Gunpowder, I need charcoal. Shit. I need to make some of my wood into charcoal for that. I'm making it complicated by using a gun. I'm not gonna have enough ammo for a bit. I need to make sure I start collecting a lot of stuff. What?
Roger Waters rejects Facebook ad money and calls Mark Zuckerberg one of the most powerful idiots in the world.
Oh gosh. Oof. I can just start salvaging. That should actually help with some of my early on issues. Like, I don't need arrows. I don't plan on using a bow. I can't salvage the arrows. And Roger Waters is still... What would Roger Waters be doing on a Facebook ad anyways?
Yeah, that's a good question I was trying to find. It so I can
Like, what's
read.
Pink Floyd doing these days, right?
Right?
Wait, that's a quest item?
He's saying that Facebook is trying to take over absolutely everything.
Well, he's kinda not wrong. Anything that they can. I don't doubt that for a minute. Man, I saw a thing today that said Shroud last night said if you're only gonna play New World casually, don't even bother. I'm like, come on, Shroud. He was saying that if you can only play for like an hour or two a day, you'll never catch up. It's like, well, yeah, it's an MMO. Everybody knows that because he played it for 10 hours yesterday on release day. It's like, but not everybody's job is to sit there and do it all the time.
I would have been like, how much was the pay track? To say that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Are
I mean,
you done in 3 months?
He's not wrong. Well, yeah, that's my thing. Okay, so he's not wrong because that's how every MMO works. But MMOs have like gear, like MMOs have content drops, right?
Mhm.
So like expansions and things like that, big DLCs, just like in Sea of Thieves. Like right now, that season is 10 weeks. So like me taking a couple days off of the game isn't a big deal as far as the season goes because like Sparks and Sith are already level 100. They already finished the season as far as the main content. There is going to be some more that comes out. But as far as the main original content, they beat it in the first week. It's like, well, I have 10 weeks to do it. I don't have to do it right now. And that's good for everybody, I think. And a game like New World, like, yeah, you might not, whatever rating they might have, I don't know. Yeah, you might not be top tier, but like, So, Colin, what up, man? It's good to see you, dude.
Oh, it's because Facebook recently reached out to Waters requesting permission to use another brick on the wall part 2 in an ad for Instagram.
Oh.
And he's like, I arrived this morning. There was a huge amount of money, Waters said, and the answer is, fuck you, no fucking way. I
Does-
only mentioned that because this is an insidious movement of them to
So
take
you're the
over
newcomer
absolutely
Clark was
everything.
talking
He
about?
continued, I will
It
not be
feels
a
like
part
it.
of bullshit.
Kid,
Very well. Look
is
at what you
Facebook,
find.
whoever at Facebook,
You might have some talent.
to own people? No, but
Let's
I
find out,
can
shall we?
own housing,
Here's a
and I think
sample
if I
of
can, you can actually own towns
Smells
as
it.
well. So
And
you can
try
kind of
him
become a
with
feudal
porridge.
lord. That's kind of close to owning people. It's pretty similar. I don't own them directly, but since they have to give me money in that sense, I think kind of owning. It's modern day. I don't know what whoever at Facebook thought that. Okay. Another brick on the wall, part 1 and part 2.
Mhm.
The only part that is like positive of that album is when they're yelling "tear down the wall." The rest of it is not actually a positive. It's about the negatives of being part of this giant thing. I mean, the main takeaway from the song "The Wall" is here we are, just another brick in the wall. It's not a positive thing. It's saying that you don't have individuality here. You're just part of
Right.
this machine. I don't know why you'd want to use that song to promote your cool new service. Because to me, that
Huh.
sounds terrible.
Kids don't know what. Well, I mean, most kids listen to rap today and they're like, "Oh, the lyrics are banging."
Yeah.
No, they're not.
A lot of them aren't, no. And I'm a big fan of hip hop and rap in general, but not. I mean, you have to know the difference, though, right? I think there's a big difference between a musician and a lyricist. And that's the problem. Craft an iron longsword at the forge, only because you gave me materials. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with the sword. Quest tutorials, whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna build a hatchet because I want an upgraded hatchet. Alright, what hatchet am I carrying right now? Oh, it's just hatchet. It's not even iron. Yep, let's make an iron hatchet. Yeah. Are there any natives? Maybe. I can't actually speak to that. I haven't gotten far enough in this one. And then, well, there's a magical element to it. So the natives have actually been, whoever was here has been transformed negatively. So there's that.
Let me see the stick of metal you.
So I mean that might
Take
determine
that
how you
blade,
feel about
and
them,
Before you stray too far, I suggest introducing yourself to
as we are
Survivor.
frontiersmen.
I call him Fancy Pants. You'll have to ask him why.
It's heavy, but Clark already said check your gear score. He said a little bit ago. I don't know my gear score. But I do know I'm not going to wear this helm because it's not a swashbuckler's helm. And I can't be getting that booty without my swashbuckler's helm. It's all about that booty. My gear score's 128? I don't even know where you saw that. Now I gotta look. Oh, it's in like huge things at the bottom. Yeah, I'm really dumb. Disregard, don't worry.
Hey Clark, look at your Facebook Messenger.
As you're talking about Facebook taking over the world, and you just sent him a Facebook message. Jeez.
Yeah. It's because it's being shared directly from the ruler and master.
Aye, what he pretends to be mock questioning
Gabe?
for you is, of course, you exactly. See?
Gaben? The Lord and Savior Gaben.
Not yet.
No, you know, I loved all those memes of Lord and Savior Gaben and stuff like that a long time ago, and now that he is like bringing mainstream gaming to Linux or forcing it, he's not. Hey, maybe the stories were true. He spent these last year or so in New Zealand coming up with ideas.
Nice.
I think it was kind of funny as soon as the coof started getting people, he went to New Zealand. Don't talk to me till your gear score 600. Well, you know what? I want to see your gear score now. Alright. That is kind of how it felt, though, when Shroud was talking about that. Like, he's not wrong in the sense of, like, you'll never catch up. But I think he's coming from a stance of being a professional competitor. I think that's the issue. Is that this game is competitive. Like, I mean, the PvP and, like, some of the stuff can be very competitive. But it's not Counter-Strike or Valorant or League of Legends or whatever. It's not that kind of, like, you need to be the top. And he's a little bit younger than us, but not much. He still hasn't really gotten to the point where he understands things. Like, who cares? I mean, which I figure he does get, but I don't know. Like, he plays WoW, so he should know. Unless he's just super rating. I don't know. He doesn't actually stream WoW anymore. He very specifically said that WoW doesn't deserve his stream. So, I was talking about Shroud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. I'm not talking shit about him. I still like him. I like to watch his stuff when he's on there. He's really good. It's just, I think he's looking at it from a very different perspective of a gamer, because he's a paid competitor most of his life, like since a teenager. Like, if I never get to the top gear in this game, I don't care. Right, like, I have things to strive for. I have things I want to do in it, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'm playing MMO. Like, I gave up the crazy raiding stuff a long time ago. I'll do raids, but I gave up the crazy, like, I don't know. You remember what it was like?
Oh, you can think about.
It was consuming. It was what I did as soon as I got home from school until I went to sleep way later than I should have every night.
4 a.m.
Yeah, on school nights. Like, that's what it was. And it was also during a time where I didn't have anything but school. Like, it didn't really matter. That was another part of it, I think.
I think that's where my bad habit of only sleeping 3 to 4 hours a night came from.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. When I quit playing games like WoW, not that we didn't stay up crazy late, playing Day Defeat a lot of nights, but when I quit playing games like WoW, my sleep did improve a lot, even in the army. Yeah, well, I mean, because I played it for so long, then I played Rift, Heather and I played Rift for so long, and yeah, I mean, it's a consuming thing, especially since I was in raiding guilds and stuff.
Well,
You're thinking about how I can do better, how I can get my DPS higher, how I can tank better for this thing. You know, it's just like, it's too much, because at the end of the day, you look at it, you're like, well, okay, what did I get for it? What was my reward? Well, you got the gear, so okay. But what was my reward? Like, you know. So, I mean, every video game is like that. You're not getting a real world reward unless you're getting, like, professional payment and stuff like that. But that's where it can be difficult to balance your life there. I don't know. You talk about de-teching in that same way sometimes, where it's like, yeah, but what for? Why am I still doing this, right? Debate Hassan Piker from the Turrets. You're funny. I remember, just as like a random thing, when Crowder eventually got more subs and views and everything than the Young Turks. And I just remember how, like, he made a thing about, while he was, like, making some big jab at them, he was like, you know, I need to stop myself. I think it's really unprofessional to punch down. And it was just so funny, because for the longest time they had this rivalry. And he's like, and he used to, like, impersonate Jank and all that stuff. And he's like, I don't want to punch down on a smaller channel with a smaller following. And just to be a total dick about it, you know. That was great. Because the Young Turks is on every free TV station, every free TV service now, like Pluto and Plex and Samsung TV, all those things. That's what it like. It's cool that, you know, hey, congrats, you got this thing, but at the same time, like, it's a free thing now. It's one of those things where it reminds me of like the TV Guide channel. It's like where they dump garbage. You know, like, I need to dump this garbage infomercial that nobody would watch on any other channel. So put it on the TV Guide because people have to watch it while they look for things to watch. Well, we need content on this free platform to bring in advertisers and show them that, hey guys, we have content. Please come give us money. It feels like one of those.
I actually have had the Young Turks popping up on YouTube as a recommendation for me. And
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, what have I been looking at that they are popping up as a recommendation?
What have you been watching? Yep, the captive audience of the TV Guide. I don't know how much TV Guide I watched as a kid. A lot. Well, you remember when we only had we had the basic cable where it was just like the 8 to 10 channels for a while, and 3 or 4 of those was the same thing. It was like, it might as well have just had antenna, basically. So I remember just sitting there watching TV Guide doing nothing in the living room so many times. I'm like, wow.
My mom's friend, and they told us that they got satellite. We went over and saw it. It was just a giant, big freaking dish in the yard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Funny thing is that they still have it up.
Really? They have the old one? And now there's dishes like a quarter the size.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's all weird. It's a weird wide world.
I have 7 friends on Steam playing New World.
Hey, well, I'll tell you this, man. If you want to, if it's something that you would like to at least try to get into, I don't know how much it costs because I bought it like a year ago and it was cheap because it was beta. I'm on a server called Oho New or something. I went to because they just spun up 22 new servers today because they had a bunch of connections issues yesterday. And since it's Amazon and they own Amazon, you know, web services, they can just spin up servers whenever they feel like it, basically. So they did that, and I went to the lowest possible server. It was the top of the list when I sorted by population. I was like, perfect place to start. You know, I don't need to be on a server that like Asmongold is on or something like that. So, to bait Vosh or your chicken. You know, I don't even, these people don't even know that I am a person. So, I'd love to do
all
it.
I know about Vosh is that he's a pedophile.
Oh, can't say that word, can you? I don't know anymore. Is he really? That's terrible.
I don't know. All I know is that that's what Jeremy keeps calling him.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, quartering guy. He was talking about him. I remember that. You know what, man? I would love to have a channel where it's just stuff like that. Wouldn't, I mean, it just spin one up. I'd love to do stuff like that.
The stupid news that's going on.
I know. We've talked about doing like a rambling kind of podcast, but life's been so busy.
Yeah, just sit there and start calling everyone sheep for believing you and all. And, like, when people start actually getting some kind of freedoms back, they're like, oh yeah, remember this, and then this, or... Why was this originally taken away?
Right.
$40, $50 for the deluxe.
I don't know what the deluxe gets you, and I didn't buy it. I'm sure I could upgrade at any time.
Normally, it shows on the Steam page.
Well, look, let me go to the store. So you have the in-game currency buys you things, skins and shit. I don't think that there's anything worth purchasing in this. Like it's all cosmetic stuff. I mean, it's cool cosmetic stuff. Like this Guardian set. Like it even lets you preview what you'd look like with it. And I mean, that looks pretty cool. But
Woodsman armor skin, hatchet skin, mastiff house pet, rock paper scissors emote, new world digital art book.
yeah, I don't know that I would pay the extra $10, but at the same time, you know, it's $10, so like maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I bought it. It might have been 40, but it was over a year ago now for the first purchase beta, and then I did 2 more. Pretty sure. I know I did one recently. That's when everybody's 3090s were catching on fire. So I haven't had that issue. I will say at that time when it did happen, the recommendation from Amazon was set your FPS to cap at 60 and you'll be okay. And it was true. So this game has been running a lot better. I turned it down to high from very high only because I was getting like a little bit of stuttering when I did like a sweep of my mouse. Like it was kind of trying to preload things pretty far out, you know? Yeah, it's definitely Colin's fault for the 3090 issue. I think he's the mole. He was trying to bring down Amazon the wrong way.
How dare he try and put Apple products for...
Ah! You wolf. Get out of here. I'm gonna skin you and your friend. Yeah, but I've used, this is the third or fourth time you've seen me play this game from scratch. So I'm intrigued enough to do that at least. And yeah, with no sub, that helps a lot. I'm gonna have to pause my Final Fantasy one. I think I might still have ESO Plus being charged. I did log in the other day, but I had ESO Plus though. You get in-game currency. You get $15 worth of your $15 sub. So yes, it's, if I'm not playing it, I shouldn't be paying for it. But also, I have a butt ton of stuff I can, you know, it's not for nothing. So I'll cancel it soon probably, but I did play it the other day and I was having fun. I wasn't streaming it. I was just I reinstalled it on an SSD. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I know I did it with Final Fantasy and I really shouldn't have. Because I lost all my configs. And I don't know where they went. It looks like I took them with it. I don't know how to point back to them. If I can find it, it'd be worth it. Because that was like a combined 2 hours of settings in that game. The setup and everything of Final Fantasy is so daunting that it's discouraging. You know, so many abilities, so many bars. It's not a negative necessarily. It's just, yeah.
How I felt about World of Warcraft after a while.
Yeah, I mean, for an experienced player in those games, it's not that bad. Like, if I got my stuff set up again, Final Fantasy would feel natural again, right? But yeah, with WoW, even if you took a long break, like, oh my god, and you're like, oh, I don't have my macros on this computer or something, and you go, oh, dude, how do I even play this game anymore, right? It's not really an issue with a game like this, and with Guild Wars. Guild Wars is similar to this in that way. ESO also, other than the add-ons that you kind of, which you didn't really have installed, I do think that the add-ons for ESO are the only way to make the game playable, and that in itself is a negative. Like, to make it playable at least level 50 and up, like if you want to do any raids and stuff like that, you kind of need add-ons, and not just to make the game better, but to make the game playable at level 50 and higher level PvP. And I think, yeah, that alone is a negative. I can't keep up my point because I'm on cooldown. Oops. So, I don't think this game will have that problem. I'm really curious because this is probably like the first Amazon game that's fully gotten the launch and hasn't crashed and like burned and been deleted already.
Oh, who's strutting around all
I've don't know, like people were upset about the whole Lord of the Rings. And I was like,
I didn't expect it to happen in the first place.
right.
I was really surprised when they even mentioned it at all. I think studios need to chill out and stop mentioning so much stuff like that.
Hmm. I think, like
Unless, like,
Sony and all them, they're
yeah.
big on doing that kind of stuff just to see the reaction,
Yeah.
and if they should actually do anything like that.
You know what else Sony does that's like really dirty in that way?
Hmm.
They do Kickstarters with other company names. They've been caught doing this in the past. Like they'll have like a company that's a subsidiary that they own, a really small company or whatever, and they'll put things on Kickstarter just to see if there's actually a market interest on it. And then they'll cancel the Kickstarter and actually go produce it. If it's good enough or whatever. It's really not cool. I don't know if they still do it, but they definitely got caught doing that years ago. Cold, babe? You cold, babe? Not true at all. Always. Give me that herb. You can actually find weed in this game too. I gotta find the right one to get linen at. This is really gonna kill me. So one of the ways people get rich early on in the game is by selling iron bullets, iron cartridges. Because it's a pain to make them early on. It gets really easy, but in the beginning it's not fun at all. Make them. You planning on buying it?
I probably will. I'll wait till probably next paycheck though.
Yeah, give it some time. Give it some time as well. You know, I'm gonna be playing through it some, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna love it. Right? I think the highest I've ever gotten was like 30. I think the cap is 50 or 60, something like that. So I want to make sure that I actually love it enough to recommend it, because it's hard to recommend in a beta. Well, every time I do the beta, because you never really know what's going to change. I don't think too much has changed, except for it's definitely more optimized. This game runs so much better than it did during the beta with the same graphics card. So that is nice to see. I'm getting much smoother 60 FPS. I have it locked at. Even in towns, it's much better. Now these towns aren't like super packed, you know, because the server's low population right now. But in general, I was normally rocking 30 FPS in a town before. So it is nice to see a little smoother gameplay. But I know you were gone for a bit in the beginning. I was saying I think like the graphics don't look quite as good as they did in the beta, but yeah, we did, man. Who's the new folk? We don't get notifications for all the subs, Colin. Mostly, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before. If somebody's privacy settings are set to not let anybody see who you're subscribed to, then we don't get like a stream alert when you sub, and sometimes we won't even get it in the YouTube studio, which is fine, right? Yeah, I'm more privacy settings the better, because my personal account is the same way, where like you can look at my account but you don't know who I'm subbed to, and that's very much on purpose. So yeah, it's nice to see more. Was it somebody you knew? You know?
I got a couple people. We're up to 122.
I know, it's looking good.
But man, towards the end there, I just didn't care anymore.
Oh, your Rocket League game?
Yeah, I felt bad. Like I was having fun here and there, but then like towards the end, like you have the super tryhards on. You have the people that just don't could not be in the rank whatsoever. And
Yeah.
I said to one guy, I'm like, "Are you gonna keep stealing my boost?" And you know, when I'm, you know, he's like, "Well, you're gonna sit there and cry and random rant
Oh god, here we go.
about,
Right.
you know, all this crap." He's like, "Why don't you just get some friends?" And like, he just kind of kept going and going and going.
Says the
And
guy
I'm
who's
like,
also in random ranked. Yeah.
Hardwell was able to prove
I'm like, dude.
indeed we should.
I was like, he's like, "I haven't seen you play defense." I'm like, "I have the most saves in the team." So I'm
Yeah.
like, at this point in time, I know he's just trolling.
Yeah. I told this before, like, it's so much better to just not engage with these people. It seems like they, which sucks, man. I do like to talk to people in these games, but like you can't even have an honest discussion or disagreement with somebody in a video game nowadays because nobody ever wants to be at fault. It's like, dude, I'm not suing you, okay? Just like go out.
I think the last game there was a guy. He's like, "Is this platinum ranked?" And I'm like, what was it? I said 3v3 random ranked games. When is it not platinum? And he's like,
Right.
"What?" I'm like, you can be in Diamond 2s, and you're playing with people that should still be in platinum. He's like, "Oh, I get it." And then the third player that we were with, who only had like 80 points.
Yeah.
Took that personally at the
They
end of
always
the match, because he and I were the guy that I was talking to. We were at like 500 points or whatever, you know, between 300 and 500
Which
points,
is good. It's really good.
and he only had 80. And the guy's like, "Oh, shut up! Yeah, you didn't do anything the whole match on."
No, this is a common thing, man. The person in last place wants to act like they did everything. This is actually really common, and the only reason they didn't have enough points is because I'm stealing their shots or stealing their whatever. It's very common. It's very annoying. Yeah, Colin, I don't know. The chat is
In this world, there are those.
appreciate it. The chat is, I'd say, is most the reason I even bother streaming. You know, we talk about YouTube and like hopefully one day making, you know, a living or something like that. That's obviously a big piece of it, but the streaming piece of it, it's for me has almost mostly been to want to chat with people. This really came by, for me at least. I think we did it like after everybody got locked down, just like most people did. And I mean, not that we got locked down here, but most people were. So there's more people watching this kind of content in general. And, you know, it's kind of like, well, you can't go out. Nobody wants to hang out. People are scared of this and that. And you're like, well, I just want to hang out with people. You know, and that's really what it is for me, at least, for the streaming portion.
Well, we started talking about streaming because I was like, you know, I just kind of want to get back into that hobby.
Streaming wasn't something I wanted to do originally.
Meet with each of the three
Right.
facts of your cult.
And then we started it, and then we kind of took a hiatus because we were like, well, you know, we wanted to build streaming computers.
Yeah, we stopped for a while, yeah.
And then as soon as COVID hit,
And we were like, well, maybe just do this. Yeah, because what I wanted to do was just record stuff. I wanted to record and edit. You know, that stuff for me is fun. Ooh, I'm going to go with Marauders this time, I think. I think they're the pirate guys. I think that's the one I haven't done. They should be on a ship, I think. A crash ship.
I
Yeah.
actually think streaming came around because of people like Markiplier and PewDiePie, how they were getting so many people watching their videos, and then people were like, man, I wish I could actually chat with you while the game's going.
It's a big piece of it. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
But
Because you feel a lot better connected to people with that.
Mhm.
I do, certainly. Especially, you know, we get people that come back. I think the most important thing for me is reoccurring people in general. You know, getting to know some of them. You can't know all of them, but which one? Oh, I gotta figure out. Maybe the Syndicate's the one I'm thinking of. No, they're like alchemists and weirdos. Oh, I gotta see these factions here. Why can't I just look at the factions thing? You know what? I bet you if I read my quest, it probably told me earlier. Okay, Covenant is like paladins and priests, which is okay. Syndicate is like spies and alchemists. I think Marauders are just like kind of the bad guys. In the first beta, They were on a there was a ship on this town, or in this town, a crash ship, and it had these guys were like basically pirates, but I think they changed that. Just got your review today. Ooh, that's a nice bonus. Not bad. You definitely when you're expecting baby. I'll tell you, not to give out numbers, but I did tell Chuck this. I got my review last week, and it was pretty glowing, better than I actually expected. I'm like, wow, okay, cool. You know, great. Yeah, we'd love to keep you. Blah blah. All these really great things. I'm like, cool, man. And I said to my manager, I was like, hey, you know what I said, you know what my next word is money. I said, tell me what are we getting. Because we don't really do a lot of bonuses. It's a long story. The way this place works is not conducive to retention. But so I was like, hey man, money. He's like, yeah, well, you know, we're going over this is this much. And I was like, wait, huh? He told me the number of dollars a year. I'm like, okay. I said, what's that in percentage? It doesn't sound very high. He's like, yeah, it's 1.3. I'm like, you know, gas has gone up like 80% in the last 3 months. But you know what? 1.3 over 12 months is certainly going to be enough.
Joining the Marauders. We will put that strength.
It was sucks is it's already decided at that point. That's not a negotiation. That's telling you what you got. So I'm glad that you got that 5K because you absolutely deserve it. And the timing is perfect because you can put that away for the kiddo. So that is very good. Every company I've been at before has been better about it. You know. Proud warriors who fight with honor with honor for glory and self-improvement. Clever disciples who fight with cunning for the sake of truth and progress. Oh, that sounds just self-righteous. You know, the covenant sounds less righteous, even though they have who fight with conviction for righteousness and justice. It sounds, yeah. Well, you think you didn't deserve a raise. You know, I actually had the same thing, not about the money. I'm like, if you're going to give me a good review, you should give me good money. Come on. But the same thing today, I was like, man, I think they're just trying to fire me, but they just can't yet. And, oh, now we can change factions every 120 days. That's actually really cool. This was never in the beta because the beta never lasted 120 days. So that's obviously. Just honestly, with the market right now and how many people just keep leaving companies. Anybody who, I'm going to use my air quotes loyal in general, anybody who's stuck around through all this kind of bull crap over the last year or so, does deserve something, you know, really, or at least praise. At least praise.
I didn't get my raise until 6 months after.
Well, yeah, ours is annual, so like ours was only done middle of the year. Don't ask me to explain it because I can't.
Ours is supposed to be around February.
Yes. Yep.
They did the review and everything for it, and then they're like, well, you're not gonna see it until like July.
No back pay?
No back pay either.
Of course, no back pay. Why? I know.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah, I know your company. I'm not gonna say the name. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It disappoints me, but it doesn't surprise me. Well, get this, Colin. His company, not his department, but his company. I talked to a guy that works there 2 days ago. Cause you know what, Chuck? I was almost like, you know, I'm just feeling out. Maybe I'd even go back there if I got on the right team, right? Which is why I talked to Hank. I was like, I'd work for Hank. Screw it. Well, I already told you this, but Colin, he said that, yeah, everything's been fine until like last week. Last week they decided that the shot was mandatory for everybody in the office, and you still have to wear a mask whenever you leave your desk. And I was like, well, you know, man, I told him, I was like, I was thinking about looking for openings there, but thank you for warning me. So yeah, there's that. Sorry, I didn't notice Simon messaged me earlier because we were in a locked channel. he said he has New World, but I wasn't really sure if he was actually gonna play. So. Let's take an iron must. Yeah. Look at that gear score jump, yo. So yeah, Chuck, when I heard that, I was like, well, there goes, you know, I'm good. Right? I was thinking about it. I didn't hate that place. I've told you that many times. I didn't hate it. Just another opportunity came along at the time, and things were not quite going amazingly there. But that was specifically with the team I was on.
Shortly after I got there.
Yeah. Well, circumstances are circumstances. So what's to stop a company that's already recruiting you from just springing this requirement during your onboarding process? That's a really good question because, well, right now is a good time to switch because there is a shortage in pretty much every category, especially in IT, because every company has learned that they have to completely change their strategy, especially when it comes to security. They had to change their strategy on how they do things. We're talking zero trust, we're talking VPN, we're talking off VPN, we're talking everything else. We're talking full cloud migrations for things that used to be on-prem. Now that the humans are physically not there anymore, there's a whole lot going on that these companies are really switching up how they're doing things because they had no idea. Like, oh crap. But
By Active Directory.
but that's a very good point. What is it for a company to not just spring it on you? I don't know, and I also feel like it's a risky question to ask during an interview process. I think what you could do with HR is you could, you know, during the, not the onboarding, but in the regular like HR screenings and stuff, because hey, you know, I'm just curious, you know, if you guys are still work from home, if there's any restrictions, like, you know, requirements for jabs and stuff like that. You know, just wondering what kind of environment it is. And you could probably do it that way. You can kind of word it that way, but like, yeah, so you have to be kind of specific to not try and give yourself away either and be like, oh, I don't want it. You know, like you don't want to come off as an extremist or something either. Like you don't want to be either way. You don't want to come off as completely against it in the process that you're still like trying to be hired in the first place. Because you know, you could easily get yourself disqualified from that, even though it was a non-issue and they didn't care what either way, right? So just things to think about in those scenarios. Got to be careful with. But that's a good question. I mean, you can easily start at a company and not realize some things about that company that you wish you did in the first place. It's something that some people say nowadays. I think it's a really good thought process in interviewing in general now, is that they're not just interviewing you. You should try to be interviewing them to see if it's a good fit and be okay with saying, you know, I appreciate your time, but this isn't it. I've had to do that a couple times recently in the last year.
Like the recruiter that I was talking to, I was like, yeah, this is my third time. Fine. And then he just flat out says, well, I think they're looking for somebody with more experience. I'm like, okay, later. Like,
it's what, like, the recruiter doesn't know anything. That's
right.
what bothers me.
I really should have just been like, well, have you talked to my reference, the person that actually works there? I'm like, I know all about this job, what needs to be done, what it is.
Yeah. No, I'm
just told him, like, I've almost been there 2 times now.
I had some choice words for the hiring manager. But you didn't even get to talk to him.
Right.
So I shall voice some more choice words to him in general to see if he can reach out directly. Because at the end of the day, no matter what HR wants, if the hiring manager says I want to talk to somebody, they're gonna talk.
I'm like, it also just bugged me that he was like, well, we have this other position open, and then I'm like, yeah,
It's the exact same
like,
one.
oh, never mind. Like,
Yeah, that was really unprofessional. I thought that was very strange. So Colin or anybody else, he got kind of somewhat of a no from the company, and then got another email saying, but we do have this position open, which was the same position you already applied for. And then they replied, oh, I'm sorry, that one, we actually going to somebody else on that. It's like, why did you even contact me? What is wrong with you? Like, it's very unprofessional to reach out to people, to candidates like that.
I should put in there, if I ever hire or apply again, I'm gonna be like, I don't even want, I've already talked to all your recruiters about stuff like this, and I'm like, I just want to go straight to the hiring manager.
Yeah, you don't really have that option. Not without
I know.
the hiring manager requesting it. Yeah.
Right.
I can talk to him tomorrow. He's an okay guy. I've been helping him a lot with a lot of things lately because I'll say this. This is why it really bugs me when they pull that we need more experience card. Right now, they don't. They need more humans because I'm doing a lot of their job for them. It's very frustrating. And they don't even know how I'm doing it. They just want me to do magic. And so, which is part of the gig. But still, they don't have enough people for what they need. And the whole SCCM stuff, they're not even gonna, that's not even forever. It's not even close to forever for us. So it's very frustrating to see crap like that when you know how bad off they are. It's, say you haven't gotten laid in 10 years and you tell yourself when you're ready to again that you're only gonna be with like a 9 or above. You're like, guy, look, at this point, does it really have to be a 9? Can it be a 5? And you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's the best one you ever had. You don't know until you try it.
I should have said, okay, have fun looking for that unicorn.
Well, that's a big discussion right now, is people want unicorns. That was an issue I had in Austin. I've mentioned this before, that when I was getting out of the Army, I really wanted to work in Austin because I actually at the time wanted to stay in Texas. And, you know, Austin's a great place to work. Super family friendly. It is family friendly. Yes. From a bricklaying, I don't know what you're getting at. And so what was happening was I was getting interviews, but I didn't quite get any offers because they could tell I wasn't quite excited about some of these positions. They wanted everything. They wanted everything. And they wanted you to do everything. But they also didn't want to pay much. And, you know, Austin is cheap for a major city, but it is not cheap. It's a very big problem. And, like, one of them, it was Cisco at the time. I had to tell them, dude, I have a kid. I can't live off of that. They're like, oh, well, I mean, you know, would you get promoted through? And I'm like, what? So I have a kid today, not a year from now. I'm like, we need to eat today. So that's the thing, though. They feel like there's some companies that figure, well, there's so many unemployed that we can charge whatever the hell we feel like, and that is so far, or we can pay whatever we feel like. That's so far from the truth. There is a lot of truth to the idea of like people not wanting to go back to work because the wages are so garbage. They're not wrong either. Like, it depends on what it is, right? It's kind of like a social protest on top of it. Like, well, yeah, why would I go back to work if you're only going to pay me $8 an hour, you know? And it costs me this much in daycare. I may as well just be on assistance. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, and like, I asked him, like, well, what's the pay like? And he was like, well, you know, or I was like, well, you know, it sounds like anywhere between 45 and 50. He's like, well, at the high end. I was like, like that. I understand it's just for the experience, but at the same time, I'm also losing $20,000.
Well, with your with how much overtime you get right now, you'd be losing it. But not on salary, you wouldn't. On salary, it'd be like $2 or $3 more an hour for you.
Right. But I was just like, you know, I may miss that. So I gotta kind of sweeten the pot here.
Well, yeah, it depends. It's all back and forth, man. I hate to do it depends on these things, but you know, if you get the experience, then you can get the one that pays more. But if you need the money, then sometimes it's not worth not getting the extra job. I don't know. It's really dumb. It's dumb. I'm with you. What really frustrates me, like, I think the pay is actually correct for a Tech 1. It's a little low for a Tech 2, but I think it's correct for a Tech 1 and maybe a 2. I think the pay is correct. But
but it's a tech 2, so I was like 45.
Well, yeah, 45. I think 45 would actually be okay. I think that's a fair for this market in Omaha. I think that's fair, but don't label it entry level and require a bunch of experience. I have made that argument every time. What you need in entry level is familiarity and knowledge of understanding. You don't need 2-3 years experience with a specific enterprise level software in entry level. I think by definition you shouldn't.
I was looking at a different job, and it said 8 to 10 years experience, and they were willing to give you, what was it, like 50 to 55? I'm like, for 8 to 10 years experience for this? No.
For an IT, yeah,
And-
that's silly.
And you don't even, no, like, they pretty much labeled it as entry level.
Yeah, but you need 10 years
But they
experience?
wanted all this experience. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, well, high school diploma is all you need. I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense until you talk to them, and then they're like, oh, well, you don't even have a degree. Or
I've
should we
had
pay you
that.
50,000?
Dude, I had that recently. 2 different companies here. One of them I was told I dodged a bullet anyways. One of them, National Indemnity. I'll just say the name, because screw them. It was so stupid. I had way more experience than the job actually required. It actually, they were talking less money. Now, I'm not going to say numbers or anything, but they're talking a little bit less than I have now. And they were saying, like, I was going through a recruiter. Like, well, no, it looks great. You know, we really want to talk more. I said, but he's like, well, where'd you go to college? I'm like, well, I didn't. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, I didn't. I never said I did. It's not on my resume. It's not in my application. It's nowhere. I never said I did. And they're like, oh, well, you know, this position requires it. I'm like, yeah, does it though? Like, yeah, the company's really, really specific on it. And I told one of them through email. I told another person over phone call. I said, well, dude, really, if this is a requirement, then I don't want it. And one guy was really confused by that. I said, what do you mean? You don't want the job? I said, no, I don't. I said, I don't want to work in an environment that puts so much weight on a degree when I already have 14 years experience in a field. I'm like, I'm not going to be a doctor here. I mean, you want me to build systems and security stuff. Like, this is kind of what I've been doing for 13 years, 14 years. Like, instead, you really, really want a degree. It's like, I have no idea what a degree would benefit me here. It might make me a little bit better of a writer. You know, make my English better, I guess. I've never really had that problem, though, at least in a technical document form. Yeah, it is supposed to be degree or equivalent experience. I agree. Now, if it said master's degree is usually 10 years. So normally nowadays, when I see degree on an application, I just disregard it because I don't care. Like, I'm not in the medical field, right? And, you know, my version of engineering is different. I can understand a bit if you're engineering bridges, maybe, you know, something that, like, somebody you actually have to you should be able to prove that you know the math in. But, you know, like if you're engineering a bridge and you can say, well, I engineered this bridge over here and nobody's died on it. I feel like that's pretty good experience on your resume. I don't know. So it just kind of depends. Like, you know, IT engineering is, I don't think it just doesn't need a degree. It's not that kind of engineering. It's not like a mathematician kind of engineering. It's not, I don't know. Most of it's, you know, can you read these kind of code? Can you troubleshoot this stuff? Can you plan and build things out and then write processes for those things that are built so that other people can do them? Because that's what the engineering part is. I'm making the processes. I'm making the protocol. It's silly. It's silly when they require a degree when it's that far along. I think degrees are much better for joining a field. You know. They didn't ask about certs. Which, I mean, I have mine on there, but like, they didn't care about my certs. They just
Mark my words. The
They
withered are nothing
want a
compared
degree.
to
I don't want to work there. Is
We
what
will
I.
never give up the fight. And in the
That's
end,
actually another thing
we
that
will emerge victorious.
the recruiter said was that what was it? I think they're also they're looking for somebody with more experience and also technical writing. I'm like,
Pick a fucking lane.
yeah, I was like,
Not
well,
to swear,
I mean, I have to I write tickets all the time. I'm like, well, what do you mean technical writing?
Technical
Yes.
writing is basically what I was talking about when you're like writing processes and procedures,
Yeah.
documentation for other people to read, and a large part of it is basically like, being able to write instruction manuals.
That's
Honestly,
what I technically do.
I know, but like, it's just a weird way to word it. I think.
Mhm.
Like, why would you also need technical writing? Like, what kind of entry level position is this?
Yeah,
What are you guys
'cause
smoking?
I almost said the way you're making the sound, you know, like to me means that I should actually be making more money than what you're willing to offer me.
Absolutely. Yeah. The thing,
And you're also ignoring the fact that I can do most of this stuff already,
yeah. So
and I'm just getting underpaid at my current job.
they kind of don't realize. They don't think. Okay, last year and this year, that team lost like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even. It's not even clicking in their head. Like, well, why? Why would we lose all these people? And every single one of them that's left that I talk to, because I work directly with that team quite often. I say, oh, congratulations, because they say, oh, I put in my 2 weeks. Oh, congratulations, man. Where you going? And I'll always ask, like, what made you go, if you don't mind me asking. And every time they say something about their family, hours or whatever, like if the job is a fit, a job is a fit. And then they always say, oh yeah, man, and they're gonna pay, this company's gonna pay me way more. It's always, every single time somebody's left, it hasn't been a measly raise from that team. It's been a big raise. Like, sometimes when you get a new job, it's not a big raise. It's a little bit, but up is up, and that's fine. But every single person from that team that's left has big jump. Oh, I have some linen. There we go. Can I make some bullets? That'd be fantastic. So, yeah, that you think that they would learn, but I think the whole split for sale thing is the issue here. But don't take my word for it. I need just for gunpowder. I need saltpeter. I don't think I have any saltpeter. How do I make saltpeter? This sounds frustrating for my crafting, but this is the first time I've ever done rifle stuff. I normally just say, screw it, I don't want to deal with bullets, so I'll just, use an axe. Much less complicated. So, yeah, man, don't be down on yourself about it, because these guys are dumb sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, that's kind of where I've gotten mentality or like mentally wise, and I'm like, it's to the point where I'm like, do I actually want to work for this company? I've tried 3 times.
Yeah.
There's no reason why the first 2 I should have been told no.
There's one company that I've had that with a few times. I keep kind of going back and forth. I'm like, should I even want to be with them? If they don't want me, should I want them? Right? That's the stuff that goes through your head. Let me pull up. I need to know how to make saltpeter.
Because after that email, I messaged you, and I think I used the F word like 6 times.
Yeah, it was really dumb. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was
like
really dumb.
sick of it. Not gonna do it ever again.
Oh, I gotta find it like a cave. Okay, shit. See, this is where I screw up, right? Alright, so right now I'm not gonna go all the way down to the other quest for the fishermen. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do some of these quests up here.
But I will also say a lot of people at the current company I work with are not going to apply there either.
They say that, but as soon as the sale goes through, They're
Right.
gonna be.
Be like, yeah, I took it. Well, whatever. Good for
They
you.
always do. I
Yeah.
don't never trust these kind of people that'll say they'll do that stuff in solidarity. They won't.
Right.
They
Yeah, the only
won't
person-
once they get a check.
The only person I think that would actually stick to that word would be Kevin.
No, as nice of a guy as he is, I absolutely doubt it.
Yeah.
Because he wants to get in that field so bad. We went to college for it.
Honestly, he's been rather defeated. So I even told him, I'm like, you know, if you do and you get in, go for it, because
That's what he's feeling
he-
defeated because he has a degree and hasn't moved up, and I don't blame him for feeling that
Oh.
way.
I don't even really know if he's been trying, but
I think the last time I saw him was over a year ago, but he was trying then, or at least he was definitely keeping his ear out. It is frustrating though. It's very frustrating. Right here, defeat corrupted Bradbury Fields. Okay. See if they fix some of this, huh?
I'm going to move over to the phone and sign off and go lay in bed.
Okay. Well, hey man, thanks for hanging out tonight.
Same time.
Yeah. No, it is very late for you on your work night, so definitely enjoy some good sleep.
I will. Then, oh, also, before I forget, now they want to ban airsoft guns.
Yo, yeah. Oh, it's in Canada.
Oh,
But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen to us.
right.
Yeah. But that's insane, isn't it? That's a whole new rant. Ban airsoft guns because they're considered replicas, and replicas are dangerous? I don't even know how to word it. I'd say Canada's fallen, but that happened so long ago. It's like... Get to sleep.
This smoke.
Stay gangsta. Rizeel. Need more ammo, man. My first point on the musket. Traps. I mean, that's cool and all, but headshots are cooler. Does power shot take? It does, though. Dang it. Does take ammo. It's not falling. It's fallen for a long time. Absolutely. I was saying that a bit before that, you know, it's scary seeing the camps in Queensland. It's telling. And I really hope it wakes people up. Because they keep saying the government would never, the government would never. I don't know why you think this would be so bad if we didn't have this and that. Like, bro. 25 years later, here we are from their ban. It's a scary thing. Because they were always used as like this example of how well things have gone ever since a mandatory buyback confiscation. It was been used as a shining example. Like, see, Australia's fine. And, well, no, it's really not. Never has been. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We got a little bit, a few more bullets. It's here's an equivalence. an insensitive equivalence here. It's like a woman who lives with her abuser, who beats her, and then she makes excuses for him. That's what these people remind me of. It's fine. It's fine. Really though. Yeah. Okay. So he did that, but you know, he also gave me a stimulus check. So like, you know, he loves me, obviously. Oh, no, there's two of them. It's a Lifetime movie. Lifetime movie on USA. Wait a minute. Scary, scary world sometimes, huh? Lots of sand flux. I don't have any salt, Peter. Dang it, Peter. Give me your salt. You know what? I had this exact same question in the beta last time. It took me like 30 minutes. I had it with a different faction. Finding these mobs. Fuck. It's too many people. I may abandon this quest later. I'll go to this other. Oh, I want that iron, dude. I'm just sniffing it. Yeah, come back. Ay, 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 caramba. I don't really want to go to that quest right now. I do need to go south to the other ones. I'm having pain finding saltpeter, man. What? There we go. He just there we go. Come on, I just want to skin him. Jeez. Oh boy. That's sweet. Maybe mining level 50, a blight crag. Nuts. Right. Iron. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, why did I grab the little one? This dude's big. Bro. See me right here, too. Nothing I can do about it. Remember the name. Meldia. Name idea. Oh, I get it. That's stupid. Never forget. I do. I have a pretty nice one too, actually. I bought it used, but really nice one. I don't use it often enough at all, which is common. I even have a thing for the truck to put the bikes in, which I don't use often enough at all, but it's sweet. From a company called Specialized. They're apparently good. I don't know. Deer Hunter Orange. Well, Luke's gotten really good for his age. He has to upgrade next year. Sophia was gonna upgrade this year, but she hasn't done too much on it. She's pretty fast though. She needs to upgrade to a speed bike. That's what she needs. Yeah. Yeah, there is. Just testing out the camera. Yeah, I had to switch out some of the sound from music so you don't have to hear my heavy breathing. But yeah, I don't think there's too much like of the bike though. I don't think. I need to get that page going so bad. I have so many ideas that I'm not like doing. Yeah. That's what keeps me up at night. Feeling like a day actually requires 6 more hours in it. And none of those work hours. I think I will skin this midnight wolf. Yes, I need to just push through to that one first before I even do any of the others. Because I thought you had a pretty nice bike, right, Colin? Couldn't remember from last time I was there. Prank set up Bluetooth speaker under bleachers. No bike there? But I could totally just like troll my kids' elementary school. That'd be fun. Screw those kids. Duels and first bag slot. Sweet. I'm gonna do bag. Thursday off, make it 6 days. When? What, this Thursday? Oh, yes. Yeah. God, yes. See what I mean? This is why I don't want to be in a career the way I... it's not even that bad, so don't take it as that. But I don't want to be that... like... all the way till I'm dead, like so many people. Yeah, I am actually. I'm definitely gonna stream Battlefield. Nobody watches my Battlefield 4 ones, so hopefully hopefully the new one has enough attention for it. Definitely gonna stream that. Okay. That's cool. It's a good way to do it. Well, yeah, we can figure out that build. I really want to. We can use the garage. It's probably best. At least out of things that we do have. I can actually put that backdrop that Heather got me to use. Oh, excuse me. The short did okay. Yeah, but it's a short, so like, I don't know. Nobody seems to want to watch. Plus, I play hardcore, so they really don't care. At this point, it feels like anybody who does watch Battlefield videos watches Matimio, Jack Frags, or Level Cap. And that's it. Which is fine. But those are the only people that play Battlefield in the world, it feels like. And I'm not knocking it because they're really good, and I watched so many of their videos over time that I'm also one of those people. Oh my god, oh my god. Yeah! Just better. Did you order your white cables? I didn't even know you were going for white cables. Oh, was he? That can actually just be an issue in general of like having something blow up, right? Like sometimes those people in general don't have the desire to do it in the first place. They just thought they'd post something cool and it blows up. They're like, well, I didn't have anything to follow up with. Like they weren't planning on it, and that's okay too. PvP rampage, yeah. But it is only against other people who want to PvP. Which I'm actually kind of happy about, but... Yeah, you can totally PvP rampage, or you can PvE. Ooh, excuse me. Not in the way that GTA can rampage. I think GTA rampages are in a league of their own. White case solid cool. I agree. You could use some. They'd be cool. I'd like. You also got a stormtrooper, make it black. Oh, I don't like that so much. I'm actually not that tired. I guess it is 11:30. I'm not tired. I don't want to go to bed. Think of all the caffeine I've shoved down my gullet. Maybe bounce off the walls. Gosh. Oh, really? Yeesh. White, gray, black for all. You know what, man? Just go ketchup mustard. Take it old school. Don't even go modular. Get like the fanciest build you can, and then just have standard red, yellow power cables everywhere. And use Molex. Molex adapters for everything. And shove them all in your CD-ROM bay. Just to be kicking it old school. With the Threadripper. I wonder if Threadripper's getting more obsolete. I don't know. I'd like to do Threadripper. Purposely build a cursed build. I don't know, man. It's working. And just like showing the benchmarks, it's totally perfect. Yes, lttstore.com. Where's my royalty? I think it's time to change up my filter. I can taste. In fact, I can taste anything. It means it's time to change up the filter. I know it's been getting there. I bought a 4-pack the other day. Just knowing it's gonna be that way. Yeah. Yeah. That's how you hunt rabbit. I don't know why dogs have such a hard time. It's ridiculous, right? Put ice in your bottle because I wouldn't drink. So, oh, right. The doctor was all mad about you drinking too much water. Why does the stomach hate me so? Then I just drink the water and like, oh, I know. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, you don't taste it over the G Fuel, which is actually what happened. I made a G Fuel and didn't taste it. I'll do it before bed so the kids have better water for the morning. The zero filter you don't notice until it's time. You don't notice like I think it's going. No, it's either not or it's gone. It's fine. It lasts me I think a month per filter with how much we go through because it's myself and two of the kids. It's a good solid month. Which is fair, I guess, for the price. Like that video I sent you before, man, where it's like how much more, like the zero is not even a joke. You can put freaking lake water in there. I mean, of course it'll go faster, but you do just about anything with it. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, 003, that you can't tell. They only say 003 so they can sell more. You don't taste it till it's in the hundreds. Because you actually get like a different taste, like something from the filter, you know, something. I don't know what it is, but it's not good. Yeah. Yeah, I like... Well, the water at your place is a little different than the water at mine. I will say the tap here is fine. I'm not upset with the tap here. But what I don't like is that it is a little bit hard. So you will get, like, if you leave water in a cup, then sometimes you can get, like, you know, the rings and stuff like that. It was a really big problem in California. The water was super hard. Like, man, you ever get the water from a sprinkler on your car, good luck. Good luck. I don't miss that. I mean, here it's not great, but holy crap, was it so arsenic and everything else in California. Yeah, right. That's kind of what it is.
I salute you, fellow marauder. We will never give up the fight. And in the end, we will emerge victorious.
Carl the Overseer. Sure, we'll see how that goes. The saltpeter still. That's what I really need, man. Because I need to be able to level up the bow. Yeah. Yeah. The acceptable levels are pretty scary high. When you start thinking like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm putting that in my body? Wait a minute. Don't want it. Yeah. Yeah, you should. Absolutely. Blah, 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 reason this, blah, 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 reason that. No, guys, come on. Yeah, so I want my travel ration there. My potions there. My oh shoot buttons. My gosh darn buttons. All right. Oh, they're way out there. I should go here just to get that quest started. Before I go to bed, at least. Who knows? I'll find some saltpeter while I'm down there. It's part of the main story quest, and I do need to start it up. It's one of those things you kind of regret if you wait too long, because then you end up... What I did that last time, I think, and you end up being way over leveled for crap. You know. For the actual story. Otherwise, all you can do is just run around and do faction quests, which is fine and all, but you get capped on your faction because your other thing's not high enough, and then you can't go to the zone. So, stuff you gotta do. go. Whee! Woo! I don't know how that was a miss. You got quite the load out there. Quite the list of things. Oh, I remember people smoking in the apartments all the time. They would just say, well, all I gotta do is pay a deposit. Alright. That guy was 15? What level am I? 10? It definitely levels faster. I think they changed. People had a little bit of complaints with the grind. I was one of them. You should. That's a call your congressman moment kind of thing. Like, I'm paying money for this? To live like that? You almost done for the night, lady? I'm just trying to get down to this quest and then probably teleport back to the town. Nope. Skull level? Nope. No, buddy, no. No, thank you much. Oh, 100. Alright, dude. Well, thanks for hanging out. Get some good sleep before work. Talk to you tomorrow. Man. I'm actually only going this way because I'm looking for a portal. There was one on this road. Kind of. But I need to be... Yeah, I might have missed it. Wait, that's it over there. Maybe not. No, that's a different thing. There is a portal here for fast travel. Nope, 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 nope. Jeez, he's so much higher than me. At least the loot or the XP on that's pretty decent, since he took away half my damn health. Be my new outfit. Should have swing by the store and pick up a swashbuckler's hat and such. Bringing it back. All Clerks 2 style. I gotta bring it back. I thought this was iron. How wrong was I? Quite. Your answer. Quite wrong. Oh wait, the dude's 19. Cross the bridge. Must grab all the hemp. Sell it to the hippies. Jack Sparrow. I approve. Oh, look at that buffalo. He had an itch. Oh no, I love it. Red Wolf Raiders. See that one? It might be cool enough. I don't see their name in here. There we go. Solicitation. I get all this while I can. Low level stuff is always a pain. Just get out of the way. Game just looks really good. I don't know. Excuse me. I'm about to be off here too. I think it's just you here, Clark. I'm not sure. I'm about to be off for the night myself. Getting sleepy, you know. Just want to go ahead and get this story quest started since it is kind of far. Bull rush. We're already done. I'll be right there, though. Friend. I know you were done already. This is definitely a game I could get lost in for hours. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Fronded pedal tap? Ooh. It's quite fronded. I have to talk to Ballion Clark in a bit. Is that a cousin? Something like that. Great uncle. Runberries. Oh, this changed a bit. Interesting. There's a different spot and everything.
Hello, I'm Master. Some of the most readily available bait are wood lice, creepy crawly creatures that live in bushes. The rest you can get through various other means.
Did it give me a fishing pole or what? Oh, yeah, the bush. Okay. You think with all these I would get it? There we go.
Wood lice draw in larger fish. And believe how goes your fishing if you can catch 3 fish? Take 'em and go show Ruby and
3 fish. Equip your fishing pole. Did it. What? I got a way better hatchet now? strength, but look at that slash damage. I guess it pays off to check your inventory once in a while. Yeah. Deep. Two. Ha ha ha. See if this is faster. Just being like a total weirdo. Yeah, it seems to be. They gotta fix that, right? Maybe it's because it was a 1/3 pound of 1/3 pound bass. That's probably why. Okay, well I'm gonna fast travel then. Recall to end. Yeah, buddy. That'll be it for me today. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun having you here. And everybody. I appreciate it. Yeah. Till next time. Which is probably tomorrow. Or something. Game menu. Exit. Yeah, I'm ready. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Thanks, everybody. Sleep well. Good time. Show us more skin next time. Hey, yo, you say that. You totally just thought it up. Thought it up. Get an OnlyFans and show my butthole. Have a good night.